loss of the Moskva ship, the warlord of the Russian Naval Army, resulted in further humiliation for Putin's war aims. It was very similar to the bridge attack that occurred, and the Russians blamed themselves rather than admitting their potential for incompetence. On April 14th of this year, a 43-year-old Russian warship was moving through the Baltic Sea when Ukrainian forces launched 2 cruise missiles at it, causing severe internal burns. It was evident that this was the largest cruiser to sink in naval history following World War II due to enemy action, as smoke rose from the portals and the hull damage gleamed in front. The most terrible side effects of the war were brought on by the missing lifeboat, the open helicopter door, and even the water jet trying to control the damage. Watch this video all the way to the end to find out how Russia tried to hide its embarrassment after losing their most powerful sea beast by Ukraine. Do you like our content? Make sure to like our channel, History of Ships, for more videos like this. To distance itself from the embarrassment, Russia noted that the damage wasn't caused by Ukraine, but rather by the vessel, which, after years of service, found itself in a precarious position and began to burn as well as sink as it was being towed back. Not to mention, this was the same ship that gave rise to the global meme at the start of the conflict. At the time, Russian authorities instructed the Ukrainian border guard to surrender on Ukrainian Snake Island. The situation became the movie scene, though ultimately one of the guards responded, "Russian warship, go F yourself." For the planet, now that this Moskva sinking manifested, this became a heroic moment. The guard was released during the exchange of prisoners, even though he was later apprehended. Following the drowning tragedy, people began sharing updates about their loved ones who were harmed, but as was to be expected, their social media posts were removed. Not to mention that this ship, which was the largest crystal in Russia's military throne, was manufactured in Ukraine during the Soviet era. When the word started to spread, it came out that Ukraine had contacted the U.S. Navy after learning that the ship was headed its way. The U.S. subsequently verified the location, which the Ukrainians later exploited in their strike. Although John Kirby, the press secretary for the Pentagon, stated that America was not engaged in the sinking and that Ukraine had not requested the location since their intelligence is pretty compatible. Well, at least here we know that Ukraine did fire the missile. Whatever the case, Moskva was the Project 1164 Atlant-class ship that set the standard for the Russian Navy. It has a range of 16 knots and a speed of 59 kilometers per hour. It uses the Voskhod M800 3D search radar sensors, in addition to being able to transport one Ka-2725 helicopter. The 20.8-meter beam's destructive power is unrivaled. It was the dominant force in the Black Sea region since it could carry 64 S-300F RIF rockets for its air missiles. With the current cost of at least $1 billion, it is nearly impossible to replace with the war going on because Ukraine destroyed the tech and knowledge the ship required for repair anyway. With the ability to carry 16 supersonic anti-ship missiles, this collateral damage is the worst. Not to add that during this same period, Russians targeted almost 90% of the official websites of Ukraine, leaving them with the message, "Be afraid and expect the worst." While the entire world sneered at Russia's defeat, it ultimately released a video of the crew participating in the Sevastopol, on parade, denying any casualties. Also, do you want us to cover any specific topic? Share your exciting topic with us in the comment section. Stay tuned at History of Ships.